I hope you are all doing good, everybody. I just felt like I should share my screen today on a coding that I'm doing. For those who like to study with me, I'll play this video as you are doing your own study as well. Okay. All right. So I'm using Redux to store my state on this project. And right now, what I'm trying to do is whenever I click this drop down, if I see multiple choice, the kind of question that I'll be showing here should be different. And if I kind of change it to fill in the gap, which is the current kind of question that I'm showing right now. You fill in the gap and kind of demonstrate that to you. If you want to, maybe set a question instead of putting log here, you just put space and you put star. Then you see the input box shows up here that you can type what the correct answer is. So this interface right here is for the question creator. It's not for the person that is going to answer the question. So the question creator will put in some questions here, you know, maybe something like please fill in the gaps in the question below. It could be something like this. And you have your code here, and maybe you have something else, say for maybe const. And instead of saying const, you want to test the users. If you look at this, which you have two boxes on if this is working correctly. Yeah, good. So this start the way I wrote the code is for it to create a gap. Like we call it fill in the gap question. Complete. So for what maybe const element, you know, equals 0, then you say um, element maybe less than, could be less than 5, and you say element plus plus, and you're trying to test the person to complete what should be here. So this is the kind of screen that the question creator will have. But when the student is doing the question, it's going to be different. So I still need to build a component for that. All right, that's just a background of where I'm at on this thing that I'm building. I'm using it for my learning, but when I'm learning, I don't like building. I like to build something that is unique. So this is unique. It's something that I actually needed. I felt like I needed it, and I can't find it anywhere. Because one of the ways I learn is I I like to teach what I'm learning. In the process of my learning, I discovered there are so many challenges about learning that I would have loved if I didn't have to face those challenges. So that's how I got this idea, and I'm creating a solution. So imagine I will not be able to show what the solution will exactly look like since I'm still coding it. But eventually, what I plan to build is something that would make learning some of these coding things, coding frameworks and libraries, making it easier for others. In the same vein, I'm also practicing what I'm learning. Like I learned Redux and I use it, so I'm using Redux to store my state here. Some of these things I'm doing here, I've never seen them done anywhere before, so it's a good practice for me. All right, so that's the background information. What I'm trying to do now is whenever these changes, the kind of question should change. I already have this multiple choice component. Now I'm still building the fill in the gap component. I'm showing it right now because so that I'll be seeing how it actually functions, how it works, what it looks like. I'm not very good at designing. Designing will be the last thing that I will do. The main engine of the app itself, I want it to work. So that's my focus for now. And just for reference, today is October 13th. It's in the evening right here, working on this. All right, so I guess I can get back to coding now. Okay, so I want to show these. I'm looking at my actions here in Redux, and this new MCQ. I'm thinking I'm going to need another. So when somebody clicks add another question, what I want to show is the most recent question, the most recent type of question, which could be MCQ and it could be fill in the gap. All right. So I think there should be an action creator that that stores a component in its state, and it just shows a fill in the gap question, which I don't have an action for that right here. So I guess what I should do is create an action for it. By just copying this and editing it. Maybe I should call it new gap. New gap. Let's just call it new gap question. I think that should remind me enough. And I think you should still have the key that it has here. And the type here should be new gap. Maybe I should put new gap key. That's new gap question. New gap question in my mind is just a fill in the gap question. All right, I guess I have that now. And I can go to reducer to kind of link that. Actually, what I like to do is usually I like to go import this action wherever I think I'm gonna need it. I think I'm gonna need it in the question page. So the question page component, I'm gonna need it right there. So it will be better if I um, import it. I've imported some of these already, and these are from actions. So can I remember what I just did here? Which is let's see, what's the name of it? New gap question. So it's gonna be new gap question. I think I need to put some comma here since it's a list of actions you're importing. It's right there. Okay, but I'm not using it yet. It's probably will be better. I've imported the actions. Connect is somewhere here. I've imported connect here. Hopefully, doesn't look like I'm seeing it. Oh, where's connect from Redux? Oh, right here. It's right here. Okay, so all I need to do now is to link it with a reducer here. So, but I've not created a reducer, so I need to create that as well. The reducer should be here. Let me open it. Okay, so I need to create a reducer. I'll probably copy one of these. So there's fill gap answer. So I need to be sure what this is about. This should be box. So I don't know why. This should be. Let me just put a comment here, just not to be confused in the future. This reducer is for input box that shows up for question creator to put correct answer. Okay, so it's correct answers that goes into those input box. All right. So, but that's not what I need right now. What I need right now is different. What I need is another kind of component, which is a kind of a not really input box right now. I'm gonna call it change question type, something like that. Change question type, because that's what it does. We're gonna change the question type, and the initial what is gonna be here. I'll just call it initial because I don't. Sometimes to think of the names you're gonna give to some of these variables, it can be tiring. So if you want to reduce how much you're thinking about it, just give a name that makes sense, especially if it's an argument that it's not something you're going to be referring to like that. So I'm still assuming I'm going to be using payload. Sometimes I forget this, and when I forget it, I get error. So let me change it immediately. Um, I can get that from my actions. It has to be the same type that I said was coming. So action type, exactly the same thing. So you could make it the type. You could make it anything. I know people think Redux is difficult. I learned it, 1 hour, 2 hours on it, and I think it has really made my life easier. I kind of like it. Everybody will not like the same thing. So now I have this reducer here, which I'm still gonna come back to adjust later. I can add a reducer to change question type. So I can add it right here, whatever name I want to give to it. I like to give all of them the same name as you can see here. So I can call it change question type. It's gonna be change question type. All right, I need to put a comma here so that there won't be error. So that is good. It's been hooked up. Then the final place to hook it up is on the page where you're going to be calling the action. The action, the name of the action, let me remember the name again, is new gap question, right? Probably that name is not good. I think that name I give the reducer is not good. New gap question is good. I think, yep. So I'm going to have new gap question. I'm going to have previous gap question. So there'll be two components I will need to build here for the case where the user clicks back. Maybe the user wants to edit the previous question and it comes here to click back. That will be interesting. So for now, yeah, I'm thinking that reducer, the name I give to the reducer is not intuitive. I said change question type. That's probably not what I want to do. Let me just call it. I'll give them the same name. New gap question. I think is it's kind of good. The name is good. New gap question. Maybe I should do that. And I'm getting error because I need to change it right here. Come on. New gap question, and I need to change it right here. New gap question. So everything should be good now. Okay, apart from the fact that I need to hook it up right here. So what I need to connect right here to map state to props, gonna be new gap question. Okay, maybe I need to import it first because it's not showing up. So I imported the actions. Good. But what comes here, what is connected here, is going to be the reducer. Okay. So I'm going to call it new gap question. And I need to put a comma here. So you need to make sure. Oh, It's complaining. So the action, I think, yeah, it probably should be the action. Yeah, I'm sorry. It should be the action. So when I import new gap question from actions, it should be the same action here. And let me confirm. So we have action here, and the name of the action is new gap create. It may not be getting it, so let's do it that way. Let's just write it all the way, new gap question. And I think you can actually find it when it's trying to get it from the actions. Then from the question from the reducer, let's see again one more time. From the reducer is being combined and it's called new gap question, new gap question. So both actions and reducers, giving them the same name, okay, makes my life easier here. I didn't do it that same way for the others, but for this, I think it's pretty good. Okay, so I need to look at what am I expecting. What I'm expecting to do when I say new gap question is whenever somebody clicks this and this happens, then this shows up. So there's a new gap question that shows up. And where does it show up? I need to go look at it. Where is it going to show up? It's going to show up on the question page. So instead of what? So what is there right now that is showing up? Actually, I see it. So quiz. So this guy right there. So this guy right there is what is showing up. Okay. And quiz fill gap is what is showing up. If this is not showing up, middle comp. So now I need to remember what I did before. So I said props.middle comp. So what is the middle comp about? That's why it's good to document your code so that you don't start forgetting what stuff actually means. I need to document most of these things. Because if I leave this project for about 1 month, I may not remember some things I wrote. I'll be like, what is this all about? What is the middle comp all about? Let me see. Props.middlecomp. It saves something. So I need to go look at the actions. Then I look at the reducer. Then that should probably help me remember what it's doing. Oh my god, I'm not seeing middle comp here. I probably gave the reducer a different name because the reducer is what actually stores to the variable. So I can see middle comp here, so it's right there. So props.middlecomp. Okay. Oh, okay. So maybe I shouldn't have written another. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have written another reducer. So middle comp is what's going to determine actually what shows. I think I see what's going on. So middle comp is what stores the variable. So there's a time I can do quiz MC. I probably imported quiz MC from somewhere. Oh, okay. So I need to import something here. So let me import. What are we importing? It's gonna be gap. Where's the gap? Where's Mr. Gap in components? Quiz fill gap. All right, get opened. So I need to import this guy. What did I call it? It probably doesn't matter what I call the name. So I see return here. Yeah, quiz fill gap is the same name. But it has to start with a capital letter. So I need to import it right here in actions so that I can make reference to it. I'm sorry, in reducer. Quiz fill gap from. It's gonna be dot slash component slash quiz fill gap. All right. So now that we have imported it, we can use it in this reducer. Reducer determines what is gonna be stored in the state. So I can use it right here. The function equals new MCQ. Just to refresh my memory on this, new MCQ, return quiz MC. Awesome. That's what I need. If action.type equals previous MCQ, I told it to return quiz MC. I'll need to um, correct this for it to return most recent question type. So I need to work on this later. For now, let me just show quiz MC. MC is multiple choice question. So I say else return. I would actually like it to return quiz fill gap. If nothing else is being asked, let me use else if, so that at least we have something that is assembly component is here. Let me just use this. I'm gonna copy this and kind of change. Okay. Uh, action type is I need to check the action type. It has to be the same. Where are you at? New gap question. Yep. New gap question is gonna be the action type. So go to reducer. So if it is a new gap question, return quiz MC. It's not gonna return quiz MC. It's gonna return quiz fill gap. And the key is still gonna be action.key. So we're still gonna be sending key every time. So since something is wrong about what I did here, what's my error? I said else if. What's my error? What's my error? Yeah, I guess I need to close something here. I didn't close it. Is that what the problem is? All right, I closed it now. So the error is gone. Okay. So now we have three categories of what could happen to the middle component. So that's what I should have done. The middle component can be either a new multiple choice question, it can be a previous multiple choice question. When it's a previous multiple choice question, what did I do? I use quiz MC1. So I need to, which is a different component from quiz MC. So I need to find something for the previous one here too. That'll be a separate component that I'll be building. It may not be, I still need to think about that, but let's make sure that whenever we click this, that's my goal for this session today now. That whenever I click this and I change this, the kind of question or component showing up here will be different. All right. So what do I do next? Is go to the question page. I think I need to, okay, this is a reducer. It's kind of working good. I think there's a reducer I did before. I probably didn't need to do it, which is new gap question. And I should have done it over there. So I think I should remove this. This is not needed. Yeah. Oh, so new gap question is not defined. Are you for real? Yeah, I should remove it from here too. I don't need it. I don't know. I shouldn't have added it to. I shouldn't I shouldn't have added it to the question picture. I'm gonna go remove it. New gap question is not supposed to be separate. It's actually gonna be working inside oh new MCQ. Oh, okay, this is action, right? Yeah, I need it in the action. No. Yeah, new gap question. I need it in the action because I'm going to call it. It's going to be the action creator, but I don't need it here. I don't need it here. Okay. Because here, whatever is showing up here, those are the reducers. They're different from the actions showing up here. So it's showing this because I've not called it yet. So I'm going to need to call it somewhere, depending on the value of this guy, of this drop down. So where am I going to call it? So let's look for where to call it. So this is a return and this is a select. On select question type is the, yeah. So when that happens, that's it. This is a function. So let me go and look for that function. On select question type. Where are you at? Here we go. So to find it easily next time, let me put this. All right. On select question type, I said it should set the current question type to be event target of value. Okay. So let's say somebody chooses fill in the gap or somebody chooses multiple choice. So if it is MCQ, oh, I already wrote the boilerplate here. So props.new MCQ, props.middle come. So I should have corrected it. So I just copied the same thing. So here is gonna be props dot, which is gonna be an an action that I'm calling right now. So it's gonna be props dot that guy new gap question. So that's actually that's a good one. Props dot new gap question. That's all I wanted to show you. Okay. So let me refresh my memory about these arguments. Props dot middle comp is the most recent component that was saved in this middle component. Okay. And props.qnum, which is question number, is the most recent question number, which is going to be question one, the one that is shown here. And the reason I'm sending this is I'm going to use it as a key. So this is the second argument, which is a key. If I go back to the action, if I go back to the action, I realize that I put a key here, new gap question. So it must have a key. So the second argument is going to be my key because it's going to be a list of maybe a list of components. I think that's why I'm giving it a key. Maybe I was getting some error. And the payload is service, whatever I'm going to be sending, which is in the first argument. I'm sending the existing middle components. Okay, something is not clear here. So if I'm sending, this is the existing middle component. Why would I be sending that? Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm sending this. Props the middle component. I probably don't need to send this. Am I using the payload? In that action, am I using the payload? So I guess a payload and key. So let's go to reducer. Am I using the payload? Um, question number. That's a different one. So new MCQ. What am I using? I guess if action dot type is this. If this, return this. If it is this, return. So I don't know where I send that payload, but I think you must send something as a first. Maybe I should just remove it. I don't need to send payload, but let me send it. It doesn't matter. I'm not using it. So action type is no gap question. I'm just changing. I'm just saying return this. So it's going to save this back. This will be the latest thing that we saved in props dot middle component that is there. So for now, I'm thinking something should work. But let me inspect it before I try it. Let me look at what I wrote again. So we just change it. Right. It shows okay. But let's see whether that's working. I doubt it. Multiple choice. Okay. Fill in the gaps. I know that there must be some error somewhere. So fill in the gap. Perhaps the new gap question is not a function. Okay. It says not a function. I thought I imported it here. Oh, maybe did I spell it wrong? Wow. New gap question. So why is that not a function? It's right there. I don't think there's any spelling mistake. I have new gap question there. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I should have. I think these are actions too actually. So I should have put them here. Maybe I was wrong. Let me see if it's gonna say it's not a question again. So it's not complaining anymore. The only problem is it's not changing for me. The component is not changing. Oh, it's not gonna change. It's not gonna change because I've not changed what is I'm supposed to be showing middle comp here now. So let me uh do this and let me not come let me yeah. So now what do we have? So the first thing that is showing is multiple choice. So if I change it to fill in the gap, awesome. It's working now. Exactly what I want. Good job. So fill in the gap, multiple choice, good. Okay. So if I start with multiple choice, I type some questions, right? I put in some options because the multiple choice question. All right, add more. Okay, and let's say I want to add more option. Okay, then I save. Good. I can add another question. Should have changed for. Oh, why is it not working? Okay, I need to deal with add another question. When I say yes, I need to go work on my add another question. So when I add another question, it should. I want it to show me the most recent type of question. Awesome. So I'm going to use props, the same props that I just used. Props.middlecom is what I want it to show me again. Oh, and that's what it's probably showing me. The only problem is that it's thinking they're still the same. It's thinking they're still the same. Which I can. What I would love is if I say add another question, I can use an if statement there for the add another question function. So let me look at it first. I'll first do something tricky. It may not be the best for the user, but it can work. It can work. So add another question. So on click, if somebody clicks this, um, what it does is updates the question number, changes to. Wait a minute. Is that another question? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, this is a different one. This add another question is right here. Okay. Somebody clicks change the save button. It's no longer active. Updates the question number, you know, and it brings a new MCQ question. Okay. Props new MCQ. Props.new MCQ. Which I don't want it to be. So I would like to put an if statement. I'm gonna comment this out and just put an if statement and let's see. So if props dot middle comp, is that it, equals um what is it called? Okay. If props dot middle comp, if it is, depending on what it is, maybe quiz fill gap. I think I've Yeah, let me use that first. Quiz fill gap. Quiz fill gap. If that's what it is, then what you do? Then say you have to call props dot new MCQ. Then that's the only time you can actually use this guy. Let me copy it. Okay. So if props dot middle comp is this guy, give us give us uh give us new MCQ. Give us a new multiple choice question component. Okay. However, else give us quiz MC. Else that's not gonna work the way exactly I would want it to work, but something we can work with. Yeah, props dot new MCQ, but now it's gonna be that's not gonna be props dot new MCQ again. It's gonna be I need to think about what I'm writing here. So props dot new MCQ, that's new multiple choice question. That's what I'm saying. If it's a skills free gap, else if it is not, give us props dot new. What's the name? I've forgotten the name. What's the action? New gap question. Sorry. New gap question. Okay. And the new gap question, I need to enter the payload and the key. I still shouldn't be putting the payload there because I'm not using it. Okay, so that's what it should give us. I know something is not going to work here, but it's worth trying. So let's try it. Let's say add another question. Good, it's working. So it changed the question type. Let's say add another question. Where is it now adding? I think it's not going to add another question until you actually type something here. And let's put. It's getting more and more complicated now. So we probably have two input boxes here. Correct answer one, correct answer two. Two input boxes. I've never used this. I'm still having it there in case I need it later. Let's save it. Oh, the save is not working. Okay, I need to look into that. The save, maybe it's working, maybe it's not working. I don't know. Let's just add another question. Oh, that's not working too. Add another question is not working too. Okay. Oh, because add another question will only work if this save button is not active. That's the only time. It's forcing you to save whatever you have entered before you can say you want to add another question. So you have to save first. All right. So if it is not working, I need to fix the save. So I may likely come back here again because something may not work. I'm not sure. I need to examine my logic. But what I need to do now, first and foremost, is to see what's up with our save. Why is the save button not working? Because the save button is supposed to come with this component. The save button is supposed to come with a. What's the name of the component? Is it Chris Fill Gap? Yep. So where's the save? What's up with the save? I thought the save was working before. So what could be the reason why save is not working? That needs to be examined. Doesn't seem to be saving anything because the new component we added, and now we click save. So let me see if save. Where's the save? The here we go. That's it. Okay. Hmm. Why why would it not work? So I say if props if the but the save active is true, that's the only time save should work. So now I need to know what is going on with save. I need to console.log something to know actually what's up with it. Is it active or not active? Console.log, yeah. It's using some props here. Okay. Props.questions is actually not working because it's not logging out props.questions for me. Definitely. It's definitely not working. And I said it is true. Was it not true? It was active? So how do I know? Uh, oh, was that it? I think it won't work anymore. I think I remember. If this is the last place I typed, I think that's a bug I need to fix. It probably will not work. If I type here again, it's probably going to work now. Let's see. Yep, it's working now. Because something was consoled out for me. And I want to move this up. My screen is small. Uh, okay. So it consoled something out for me. It seems to be working. I saved. And I should be able to try my. What's going on with this? I should be able to try my add another question, add more question button. Oh god. Something is wrong with this. Okay. Looks like it's there. Options. Okay. Array of four. Really? What's going on? This looks. Oh, maybe that's the older question. Yes. When you console the log, it's going to tell you what was there before. right? So if I kind of try to change something now, I need to write this box somewhere so that I will remember to fix it. Whenever you click in the input box, the the save button is not working anymore. I need to figure out what's the cause for that. I need to write it somewhere. Where am I writing my stuff? Is it here? I doubt it. Where did I write it? The stuff I want to do. I'm kind of is it in quiz MC? No. Quiz MC1? No. Where did I write it? Code block. Yeah, I think I wrote it in code block. Okay. I should probably move it to somewhere else. Maybe code block is kind of not too long. Only show code editor if the add code button is clicked. Oh, I still need to work on that. Make sure no more than one code editor shows up in the question. I need to work on that. Introduce delete button. I need to work on that. Still have a lot more to work on. Introduce gaps into the text area as well. Oh, I need to work on that. Add additional field in the questions. This is a complex app, and that's what makes it interesting for me. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of features. Add additional, and that's probably why it is not existing. So I saw that it is not existing, and I feel like I need it. I'll later like to be doing some YouTube tutorials, videos, and I want something that will make it very easy for people to understand. You know, and I figure, okay, let me try to create that app that I'm looking for that is not existing as a way to learn, to prove what I'm learning. So make sure the quiz field gap also automatically saves to question states. I think it's doing so already, but I need to confirm that. Make sure produce gap box works to produce as many input boxes as needed. I think this is good. I think this is good. Let me give it a start to kind of say yes. I think it's good. Make sure question type displayed automatically changes when drop down is. Oh, I think I've achieved this too. Give it some star. I've achieved this too. So let me let me try add this. So correct the bug that affects save button when correct answer goes into the produce gap boxes. The affects save button makes it um, non-functional. I'm not sure if my English is correct, but the idea is what is most important. So this reminds me that I need to work on that. So I kind of put my own notes in my code to remind me. I also have some notes on the front, on the like right here. Make sure you have a forward button and done button. Those are major ones, milestones I need to achieve. I only have back button right now. I need to add forward button and then build a component for filling the gap. I think I've built these already. So I need to remove this. But I think I'm not done. I need to add some delete and some other stuff. Delete button to in front of every option. But I need to put, for example, if somebody doesn't want to include code in his question, there should be delete button somewhere else, somewhere here to click. I hope somebody will help me design it better later to kind of make the app look better. And this is just one component of the app. I'm just building the quiz engine. I'm still gonna have the flashcards. I'm gonna have video component that people can put video, different stuffs. So it's gonna be like all in one. You're gonna when you're looking at it, everything you need will be there. You can, in my mind, what I think I want to build is gonna be better than the engine that Udemy has. It may probably be better than Team Treehouse. Team Treehouse is to the closest app to what I have in mind. The only problem is it's only private. So what I want to build, I want to make it anybody can use it. You don't have to enroll in my course before you use it. Everybody will have access to it. So that's what I'm trying to democratize it. All those features, majority of those features, bring it into an app that everybody has access to. Because I think Team Treehouse, I know they're having some challenges right now, but they did a brilliant job, an excellent job in terms of you know, the app, their learning app there, their quizzes, their, it's very close to what I have in mind. What makes education, learning easy for people. So imagine we have that something like that in Treehouse and everybody has access to it, without needing to pay. It's a teaching and learning instrument too. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's why I probably have so many complex features, which I think I've built a number of them. I'm growing more and more confident now. That's something that is achievable. It's only I would love to finish it on time. All right, what was I talking about? So I need to correct that bug. I've recorded that note. So now that I've recorded it, so let's see whether the add next question works. Add another question. So save 3, it shows that it works, but let's see if the component changes. Yes, the component changes. The only problem we have, oh, it's not working. It's not working the way I want it to work. That if the existing component is this, then change to a different component automatically without me needing to come here. Change to multiple choice. You know what? This is actually the way I want it to work, but I've not that I've coded it. Maybe actually the only problem is still retaining the questions. I want this thing to be empty. This question here to be empty. This add code is supposed to be for this. So this is the wrong place. This add code button is maybe confusing. So yeah, I want it to be empty, but hopefully if I do this, it's still working. So I can change it. Oh, it's showing fill in the gaps. This is showing yeah, so I can change the question now to multiple choice. And it's still question 3, so I can change the question type straight away. I think that is still good. And hopefully my save button and all that can still work. And let's see if my save is active now. Yeah, they will still work. So I think these are working fine. The only thing I need to do is you can choose this is the correct answer. The only thing I need to do is yeah, so it's working. So the save button is working. All right. The only thing I need to do now. So let's see if the back button is still working. So if I go back will probably not work. So 2 things I need to correct right now. Add another question. I need to look into it more closely. The back button will be confused right now. Actually, before I click it, let me go check what code I have in there. What did I configure it or what did I program it to do? Since we are programmers, so I'm programming that button to do something. So the back button, where are you hiding? Here we go. This is the back button right here. And this is the code that works with. So it's using an if statement. If question number is greater than 1, what should you do? Update the question number. Okay, subtract 1 so that because it's going back. When I do the forward button, it's going to be the opposite of this. Then props.previous MCQ. So that's the problem now. So what do I need to do? I need to change. I need a I need an action. I'm probably gonna get another if statement again. I'm gonna say if, yeah, I need to do this back button. So, but let me, a similar logic I'm gonna use, but it looks like similar logic to what I need to use for add another question. A little similar. Actually, I won't be able to do back quite yet because if I want to go back to to a fill in the gap question, there will be some issues because I wanted to show. So that's technical right there. There will be some issues because I wanted to show the previous entries from the user, something like this, but for filling the gaps, not for multiple choice question, kind of question. So the reason I'm doing this, I only have two types. Later, it can be scalable. I can have like three different kinds of questions. For now, I only have two in mind, two kinds of questions in mind for now that I would like to do. So yeah, that'll be critical. Back is gonna be more the back button, the logic for it is gonna be more technical. So let me see. Let me make sure the add another question is working first. All right. So if that is working, then it should be fine. So let me look at it again. Add another question. Where are you at? So this is the back button. Supposed to add another question should be on top. Here we go. Okay. So it seems what I have here is not working. I say if props the middle comp is this. Oh, actually, that's a wrong approach. I should have used current type of question. That makes it easy. Is that it? Yep. Yep. I think I got it. I think I know what to do. So I think I have it something that is storing the current question type here. Use ref question type. Awesome. So if question type dot current is oh, this makes it so easy for me. MCQ or gap. Yeah. I think it's not as difficult as I was thinking. So if so this is not correct. This one that I'm putting here. So it's supposed to be question type dot current. That's what I'm interested in. You know, MCQ. That's a question type dot current. Now that's gonna be question type current is MCQ. Do this. Say props dot new MCQ because that's where I kind of don't like this name here. It's not intuitive. It's supposed to be middle comp, but I know it goes to middle comp. I could have said new MCQ component. That would have been a better name to give to it. Yeah, that name is not intuitive for me. Okay, so this is else is gonna be props dot. Yeah, I think this should probably work. So let me see if I can do add another question. Question 3, right? Did I save already? Add another question. Good. Question 4. So, but yeah, the only problem now is it's still gonna be showing the same values. Whereas I wanted to refresh. I think that's where the key comes in. The key, okay, maybe maybe it shouldn't be the same. Maybe I should props dot q num plus one. Maybe that's what it should be. Okay, so let me go back again. I'm not sure back will work. It should work since it is a back is working. Okay, good. So let me add another question. Um, let me see if it's gonna refresh. It's not gonna show what is here. It's not gonna show what was in 4. Let's see. Let's see what it's showing. Awesome. Now it has cleared it, so it's working. Good. because I give it a different key value. Okay, but I don't know if there's gonna be some bug there. But wait a minute, this is just for new gap question. I don't know. I probably have to start all over to see what is working, what is not working. So let me start all over. Let me start the testing all over. Okay. Maybe I should do a bigger screen. Actually, you guys are not gonna see that screen, so I should do this. Okay. How can I? All right. So let's refresh it. Good. So let's see question one, option one A, and option one B. Let's add our first options. Let's choose the middle one as the correct answer, and let's save it. Good. And now we can add another question. Add another question. Oh, so something that I did is working now. And I said add another question. Although this has not changed, it went to. I wish I can write that down somewhere. And I say add another question, change the type of question. So I'm on add another question. So when I said if question type the current is MCQ. I don't know. I thought it's supposed to be new multiple choice question showing. So it's not working as I thought it should. And if it is else, it should show this. So maybe question type the current is not MCQ. Maybe that's not the current question type. So what determines the use ref? Use ref, oh, I didn't put anything in there. So when the page is first opened, the use ref was empty. Question type was empty. Okay. So I need to put an initial there, and I think it's gonna work if I try it again. So let me put initial should be MCQ, since it's probably gonna be the most common type of question that most people will be working on. All right. So now let me test this again. Uh, let's say question one, option one A, one B, uh, add my option one C. Let's choose this. Let's save. If I say add another question, I'm expecting to see a new MCQ question, that is, I mean, reset. No, not pre-filled like this. So let's see if that works. Add another question. Good. It seems to be working. Awesome. Awesome. And if I like, I can change the type of question here. Good. I change it. Because I don't want the next question. I want it to be filling the gap. Filling the gap now. Okay. Let me put some you know some input boxes. That input box, this when this is shown to the quiz taker, is gonna show input box. I've not built the component yet, but I'm gonna build it. But right now the input boxes are showing here for the question creator to put in the answer. Let's see, answer one and answer two. Okay. And so I can save. Oh, the save will not work. I need to fix that bug. The save will not work except this becomes active here. So save will work now. And okay. So when I say add another question, so let me tell you what I'm expecting. When I say add another question, oh, the only problem, so I'm gonna say the bug now. I would have loved to see this same fill in the gap question, but not pre-filled. I would have loved it to be reset. So I probably need to build. I would love to see that. I would love to see if the user already created this should be showing up already. So that's a challenge. That's a technical thing I need to build now. It's probably going to be a different component. I think for the MCQ, I use a different one. I use MCQ1 and MCQ2. So I'm probably going to, one is MCQ and one is MCQ1. So I probably need to use a different one for these two as well. In order, I probably don't need that. Let's see what happens after saving, after add another question. So I've added it, it's become the third question. That's why I put these three here for me so that I don't need to scroll up before I know if a new question is there. So a new question is there now, but it's still showing pre-filled. So I need to figure out what do I need to do if I'm going to show a new component that is not pre-filled. Good. So that's what I need to work on. I need to figure that out. I need to think about what's the best way to solve that problem. So the best way to solve the problem, maybe. So let me go to the function. The function is a new gap question. So if it is gap, I want it to give me this. Oh, I was thinking I should just change the yes. Because yeah, I think I know. I should probably just change the key. I don't care too much about the key. I think if I change the key, it's probably not gonna work still. I don't know. Maybe I'll do plus one plus both. You cannot have up to 1 million times. So I'll do plus one whenever that happens so that at least the key is gonna change. So since the key is gonna change, let me go back and do it again. Oh, the back is probably not gonna work too. The back is not gonna work because I've not written the code. Yeah, I know the back is not gonna work. The back is not gonna work. I have to start all over. Oh, guy. Okay, that's what you get when you don't write a code to do the testing for you. Yeah, I've not learned. I need to learn how to write code for testing. But for now, I'm gonna keep testing it myself to know what else I need to do. I believe most people probably do it that way. You test what you are writing to see if it is working the way you want it to work. All right, so I'm gonna say, okay, question one. Let me just say Q1. No time to waste. A1. Oh, let's call it 1A, 1A, 1B, 1C. Let's choose this one as the right answer this time. I think it's time to save. Good. Add another question. That's working well because it's showing me it's refreshed. But right now I'm going to change it to a different question type. Good. So this is going to be Q2. Let's add some input boxes for the correct answers. I have two showing up automatically. Okay. So one, two. Okay. So let's save. The save will not work. I need to fix that bug. Let's add some space here for the save to work. That's not good for the user, so I gotta fix that. Good. So I've saved it. So what I think is gonna happen now, because I've added plus one, the key of the next component that is going to show up, which is going to be new gap question component. I should have put comp in front of this to make it more intuitive for me in the future. If I'm reading this code, obviously I need to document it. I'm going to put a lot of documentation comments on it so that 1 year from now, I can easily remember what I'm doing. Okay, so I think it should work now. Let's see. It's working because the key is different now. Oh, you know, yeah, it's working. It's working actually. This one is I need to remove this, but I'd like to leave it for now. I'll remove it eventually. So, and the question, the key one that I put here is gone. The input, the only problem now is input is still showing up. This input boxes, that is not good. How do we stop that? The input boxes are still showing up. How do we stop that? I need to think about that. I gave it a new key, added +1 to it. It should show up fresh. It should show up as a new component that doesn't have any. There's no star here. Obviously, they should disappear if I type something here. They will disappear. Yeah, you see. But I would have loved it not to be showing up instantly. Let me see what could be causing that to show up. Why is that part not re-rendered? It's supposed to be re-rendered again. So everything else was re-rendered. That's why we are not seeing the pre-filled values. This was re-rendered. That's why whatever star I put in there before the triple stars are not showing up. How come it's only this one that is still showing input boxes? So for this one, let's say I'm gonna say no input box for this questioner, which is question what? Is it question 3? I think that's question 3. Yeah, Q3. No input box. I'm not gonna put any input box. Just just to play around. Of course, if I don't put input box, then there'll be nothing like correct answer. So input box must be in everything actually. Okay. That's fine. That's interesting. So but I still need to find a way to not let it show. I think another thing I need to do, I need to write that down so that I don't forget. I should not allow the user to save anything if there is no input box here. And if the input box is empty, don't save, or the input box is not shown. The user must not be able to save because the question doesn't make sense if the question doesn't have an answer or the question doesn't have a gap. That's why we call it fill in the gap question. I think that's very essential. I should not forget that. So let me go write it down. Okay. The user must not be able to save if that's in a fill gap question. User must not be able to save if no gaps or no correct answers. So they have to put that there before they'll be able to save the question. Because if they don't do that, then it doesn't make any sense. All right. So I said no input box. For now, I'll be able to save without any. I'll just do it without any input box. Let's see. I'm able to save, obviously. Add another question should refresh this again. So I'm expecting to still see this, but I'm expecting this to have disappeared. This Q3 no input box, and this should change to question 4. So that's what I'm expecting. So yes, good. So I have question 4 now. And obviously this is gone. It has refreshed. And this will always be this until I remove it from the placeholder. It's just I mean just a default value, not placeholder rather. Initial value. I'm gonna remove it. Because I'm using it for now, that's why I left it there. And that's it. And I shouldn't be able to save now until I type something. So the back is not gonna work. So which one should I fix first? So I have so it looks like the add another question is working apart from those input boxes that are still not disappearing. But I think I'll solve that later. So if you are watching this, I think you can kind of learn. This is one thing I've learned along my journey. I think I'm still less than 3 weeks into React now. I think I'm still less than 3 weeks. So in my journey, what I've learned is, especially I'm doing a complex app. Most people that are learning to code, they don't do this kind of project. It has several things you have to think about. Several, you know. And as you see those bugs or those features you need to include, just write them down somewhere because you're gonna forget about it. Then the next thing is, how do you choose which one you should tackle first? So for me, I look at my energy, which one is most exciting for me. So I try to do something that is most fun, most exciting for me. Many times, usually the most more complex one. I feel like if I feel like I know how to do something, I just need to figure it out later. Just like those input boxes, shouldn't be a big deal. I'll figure it out later. It's not something I'm gonna do right now. I think I'm more interested in how with the back something, this back button, how is it gonna work? That looks challenging, and when it's challenging, it kind of sounds more fun for me. A bigger puzzle to solve. So before I start coding, I'll think, okay, if somebody clicks back, okay, I want to be able to go back to the, yes, that's challenging and fun. Let's see how I'll be able to solve that. I like it when something looks like it's so complex. So how are you going to be able to solve this? That's the kind of problem I want to tackle. So if somebody clicks the back button, I want it to go back to the most recent question type automatically. Oh, I still need to fix this. I need to write that too. The drop down should always show the kind of question. The drop down should always show the question type, the current question type. I think that's an easy fix too, but I'm not interested in doing the easy ones now. That should be an easy fix. Just change the state depending on what you have. So yeah, the one I want to think about right now, and that's probably the last one I'll do for today before I go and rest. I'm not sure if I'll be able to accomplish it because it looks challenging in my mind. Maybe when I get a solution now, looking in hindsight, it may now be like, oh, that's actually easy. But for now, it's still looking challenging for me. Like when I click the back button, I want it to automatically it could go to either multiple choice question or fill in the gap question. So to me, that means it must be able to remember. And if you keep clicking back, you should be able to go to the most recent one. Maybe that's why I'm going to have problem with the key plus one. The key that I was using. Oh, this is code block. Where is it? I may eventually have an issue with that. With the key, I think there's a way around it. Because I'm trying to refresh that. I give it a key plus one. Where is it? Where is it at? Where is it at? Key now. Oh, I probably didn't do it. I didn't do that. This is this is admin question. Add another question. I didn't put plus one, so maybe I'm fine. Maybe I'll be good. I thought I put plus one. Didn't I save it? I thought I put plus one here. Maybe I did and I later removed it. Yes, I'll need to check that again because I'm thinking if I don't put it, it may not be working. Maybe it's working because I changed it to question type dot current. For MCQ, I already fixed that. I already did that before. I know that is working. The one I wasn't sure if it was working was this guy. So let me actually quickly test that out before I go back to the. I think I tested it and it was working, but it doesn't hurt to test it one more time. Just put one. Okay, it's right there. So okay, let's save it. What's question four? Oh, I have to. I don't like that bug. You have to do this again. So actually, I need to fix it such that whenever you update this, the save button becomes active. Or whenever you update any of them, any these, or these, whenever you update any of those, the save button should be active. So if I do this, it probably not be active again. I don't know. Oh, it's working. Good. So it's saved. When I say add another question now, I can bet it's still gonna be. Oh, it shows the input box, but it's still gonna show this input box. I'm not sure if it's gonna show this answer. Maybe it's gonna refresh that. Let's see. But I believe it's gonna remove this star, reset this to the default value, and the default value here, which is nothing. Reset this one too. That's what I'm expecting it to do, but I'm having doubts. So that's what I'm testing. Let's see. Yep, did exactly as I thought. Remove this, but I wanted to remove even the input box. I don't know why we still have the input box there. Remove the star, and remove it. So it's working exactly as I want it to work. Good. Later, like I said, I'm going to think about why we still have that input box. So that is working. Let me leave that alone. Let me go to my next one, which is the back button I'm trying to figure out. So, okay, let me think about it. I'm going to be thinking out loud. Okay. So what um what I need to do now is how do I access the state? The I don't I need two things. Question number is easy. You just say 5 minus 1 is going to become 4. 4 will be the previous, the back when you click back. But okay, well, let's see what is now is this. Okay, the previous key. That's what it's gonna be actually. I'm gonna pass it. I think I know how to do it now. I got an idea. It's looking easier than I thought before. Let's see if I'm correct, if it's actually as easy as I think. So I'm gonna reduce the key number here by -1, and I'm gonna pass. But how do I know? Is that a use history hook in React I've heard about? Maybe I need to go learn about that. Maybe that's what I need to do. But uh, so I need to, from my back, I need to say if question type dot current. I need to be storing the previous ones. How does he know the previous? Oh, I think I know it. So it's gonna be props dot middle comp. Yes, I think I know what to do. Hmm. I want to set state. I think I should set state to props dot middle comp. Obvious to this, but the problem is, are you gonna say new gap question? Or are you gonna say new MCQ or previous? Are you gonna say previous MCQ or previous gap question? Okay, it's not as easy as I thought again. Now that I'm thinking about it again. So I think for a gap question is for I already have previous MCQ. When it's only multiple choice question, when it was only that I was doing before I built this component, I just built this one yesterday. Before I built it, it was easy to just go to the previous one because we only have one kind of question. So just go to previous MCQ. It's easy. But now, how will I know if my previous question was MCQ or gap? So do I need to be storing those somewhere? I guess so. I think I need to create an array. I think I'm getting an idea of what I need to do. Create an array each time you save. In each array, I'm going to be storing the type of the question that is being saved. Oh, actually, since I'm saving the question, I probably don't need to create the array. It's already been saved. What I need to do is to access the question type. I hope it has been saving though. Let me look at my console. Can I see my questions? Okay, this is 4. This is the last one I saved. Right. Oh, no, no, no. I don't know what is wrong with my scroll up and down here. Thank God my stuff is So I only have here, I think I have here, let's see, 4 questions here. So I said no input box. That was the one I did when I said no input box. Code question undefined. Really? Oh, do I need to work on that? Where would that be undefined? Oh, I guess I've not worked on that. I've not worked on saving my code question. I think I worked on. Oh, I've not worked on it. That's another one. I've not worked on it. I need to write it down. When you click save, get the value of code block and save into code question. There's a lot to be done. Get the value of code question and what? The value of code block and save in questions dot code question, something like that. So that's enough to remind me what I need to do. Okay, so since that is what I need to do, I am then going to. So I'm going to come back to this. So let me focus on the question I'm trying to solve. So correct answer is saying array is 0. I didn't put anything in the correct. Oh, because I didn't put. I remember now. I said no input box, so that's good. I said no input box. So that's why my correct answer, the array is 0, no array. So sometimes you have 2 boxes, and if you have 2 boxes, I've configured it. That was an interesting one. I think I did that this morning. Interesting one that you can save the values in each input box, save them into an array. That was a little challenging, but I figured it out. I was able to solve that. All right. So there was no this correct answer one is for multiple choice question, so it doesn't need to be there. I don't care. So correct. I named the one for fill in the gap correct box answer. So cool. Um, what next? What am I trying to do again? Let me remember what I was trying to do. I was working on the back button. I'm trying to see. Oh, that when we save. Oh, the question type. Good. So question type is working gap. So all I need to check. Okay. So it's gonna be a bunch of code I'm going to write for that. So that's interesting. But it's good to know that we have the question type is being saved, which is what I need. All right, going back to question page. So when somebody click, I probably don't need to create any array since I can access. Yes, I can access the previous question solved or stored or saved, and I can know the type. Based on the type, that should be easy actually. Yeah, I think I got an idea. So I'm thinking it's easy again. Hopefully, in the next 2 minutes, I'm not thinking it's challenging again. I'm thinking it's easy. Let me start writing the code, and that's when I'm really gonna know if it is as easy as I think or not. Okay, so what should I do? So I'm looking for the back button. This is the back button. This is the code that runs when you click the back button. Awesome. So I'm gonna need to put some if statement there. So I'm gonna check. So what is this? Update question number. That's good. I need that. Previous MCQ. That's not gonna happen again. Actually, that's kind of thing I did here. Actually, props Q number minus one. That's the key that I gave to it. But now it's gonna be a lot more different. Now I need to know what type. Before it was only MCQ, so it was just easy. Just give them. Just give this key number, and it's gonna return something that I want for me. Right. That's previous MCQ. I may need to build a component for previous gap question to fill in the gap question. So for now, I don't want to get an error. Let me put in a comment first. I'm going to say um, if what? Questions, q num minus 1. Q num is a current. Oh, that would props.qnum. Props.qnum minus 1. That's the previous question. That's what that means. But that is, if you click back before saving question, that's actually gonna be interesting. But let me make that work first before I start fixing any bug. Okay, let me make sure that is working. So if props.qnum minus 1, so that's the questions. Maybe dot question type. Yep, that's what I need. Question type. If it is equal to gap, return particular thing. If it is equal to MCQ, return another thing. It's probably easy. I'm still thinking it's easy. It's probably easier than I thought. Uh, I just want to do both of them. I could have said else, but yeah, I'm probably gonna need to put this in another if statement. But don't let me think about it. And I got to think about one thing at a time. So let me solve this, then I'll do the other thing I'm thinking about. So if it is gap, what I wanted to show is going to be props dot previous gap. How can you show that? What I'm thinking I can do is if I give it the same key that I gave it before. So I need to look at the key. Yeah, I think it may work. I think I may not need to build another component. That's what I'm thinking. Or maybe I'll need to build it. I probably need to build it because then I'll need to populate. I probably need to build another component. But let me try something I'm thinking to see if it works. If it doesn't work, then I need to build a component that I'll be showing for that component we call previous, just like we have previous MCQ. It wasn't working for MCQ. That's why I built previous MCQ. And the reason for building previous MCQ, because some questions we have options that are more than two, you know. Some questions have two options, some questions have three options. So some have four options. So I remember I still need to put delete button here so that I can delete if I want to reduce it. Right now I cannot reduce again. So I need to put that. That should be relatively easy to do as well. I'll get to that. I'd like to tackle the ones that I think are challenging. Just like this one I'm doing right now. It's challenging. I like to tackle those first. Okay. So what is gonna happen now is yeah, I want to try something here. This is kind of fun. I'm kind of happy with this. The way I'm on question 5, I can change stuff. It's pretty good. I think I've done an amazing job. It's just 3 weeks into learning. The only problem is this guy right here is still showing. uh, I'm gonna fix that. Okay, so if it is this, I need to return. I need to see props dot. Where's the prop thing that we do? Props dot new gap question. I'm gonna call it new gap. It's supposed to be previous gap question, right? I'm gonna call it new gap question. I'm gonna say the key. I'm gonna subtract one. It's just to see whether something works. Actually, yeah, let's do that. And put minus one. I think I can remove the comment from this. Oh, it's saying it doesn't know. This will be props.question. Sorry, props.questions. Okay, because it's stored in my Redux state. All right, let me save it to format it for me. Good. So that is that. But I have two if statements, so the other one is still here. What I need to do for this is this is easy because I already have previous MCQ. This is what I need to put in there. And that I did the same thing. I subtracted key minus one, so I did the same thing, and that is pretty good. So I think the MCQ will be working. I don't think uh, I don't think the fill in the gap will work. I'll probably need to build it. If it works, then that's good. Something is it should be props dot question again. Props dot question. I could have used else anyway. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I can use that, but I want to see it right now in case I need to use it later. So I think I have it. So let me see if back button is gonna work. I can't remember my previous question for this, but let me see if it's gonna work. I can't remember my previous question. Maybe it's gonna work. Let's see. Oh, it's working for. My previous question is this. Oh, but the only, like I said, is gonna remove whatever I had in there. Let me click back again to see my question three. What did I have for question three? It's working. Yeah, whatever code I had in there. It's probably not changing. It's probably not changing. I don't think, was it code question I had all the way? I don't know. Oh, I don't think it's changing again. It's not changing the component. It's going back, but the component is. Oh, this one changed. Okay, maybe I had code question. This one actually worked. Oh, maybe it's working. Maybe I had a different question. Maybe it was code question, but the only problem now is all the code questions. And you see the MCQ is working. Whatever I entered, they are still here. So the only problem is for the code question. Like I said, I knew it wasn't probably gonna work. I need to build a new component that will be able to show. I can pre-fill them with the values I already stored in this question state in my Redux. Okay. So let me go for. So when I say add another question, it's gonna go to the list most recent. It's supposed to go to five. Yeah, five. I've not saved anything on five. So if I go back, I'm gonna test it again. So if I go back, I think all of them are, mm, you know, come on. Okay, all of them are kind of I should have put the back button up here. Maybe I should take it up. So I don't have to be scrolling down to look at back. All right, three. Yeah, and all the whatever I entered is not in there again. Two and one should be multiple choice. Multiple choice. Okay, what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna try. Oh, I can't. I probably can't do that. I would love to go to. Let me go back to add another question. Since I don't have the forward button yet, let me go to add another question. Go back. Okay, and kind of change the type of the question. Let me see if I store. I'm gonna change it to multiple choice. Good. And I'm gonna write something in there. Okay. Just write something in there. And choose this and save. I'm gonna save it on 4. And I'm still gonna go back. Go back. So on question 4, now I want to remember that is multiple choice. I just want to make sure everything. The only error I need to correct is the reset that is happening on the fill in the gap question. So go back. Yeah, it went back to this guy. So it's working the way I want. The only thing is not pre-filling whatever I had in there. So let me say I have something in there. Let me say I have some input box. So remember question 3 now. I'm going to have some input box in there. Okay, input 2 input boxes. Question 3, I know they are going to disappear whenever. It's not going to show me. It's stored in my state, but it's not going to show me whenever I'm ready to go back whenever I click back. So let me save it. Oh, my save. Oh, okay. That's a simple fix. I'll fix it later, although I don't like it. Okay, good. So I saved something in three now. It may have overwritten whatever was there before. What I saved in three is the code, the fill in the gap question. In four, I saved multiple choice. Okay, so I'll probably leave two the way it is. Back is going to two. You see, it didn't remove two input boxes here. Let me see if I type something in them. That's messed up. And if I, they should both disappear if I try to type here because there's nothing. Yeah, they should disappear. Good. But I need to let them not be showing at all. Okay. So question two, I will say leave blank. It's probably not gonna show again. Let me try and save it. Good. Question one should be multiple choice. Good. It changed. It's multiple choice now. Good. And it's still there. So my previous MCQ, this guy right here already built it before it is working. So I'll need to build a previous gap question. That's probably what I need to build uh, as a component. And I'll need to go look at how I did it. I probably forgot what I did. When I look at how I did that one, and I'll think of how to do similar stuff for this as well. Okay. So what I need to do now, okay, so let's go to add another question, go back to five, which is the latest one you need to write. So let's go back now. Question four should be multiple choice. Let's see. Doesn't look like it. Yes, it is. Multiple choice. Good. And the way I know is this save is supposed to have save four, but I didn't put a number there for the new component that I'm using for to show the previous one. So that works well. Okay. All right. So question three should be filling the gap. I'm sure whatever I wrote would have disappeared, and if you have two input boxes, I'm sure it would have disappeared, and that proves to me it's not working. So yep, it has disappeared. Yep, it's not working. All right. So it's good. The back button is working the way I want it to work. The only thing that is not there right now is the is the is that component. There's something that should be called previous gap question. So let me go look for what I did for previous MCQ. Actually, I think I was calling it. This previous MCQ is just is an action creator, but the component I'm showing, the component I'm returning. Let me show you in actions. The component I'm returning for previous MCQ, is going to be in reducers. So when action is previous MCQ, return quiz MC1. So it's a kind of, let me go check what I did there. Quiz MC1. Okay, here we go. Similar to quiz MC, quiz multiple choice. The only difference is I need to remove all of this stuff here. They are not, since right now I'm sure they are not needed. Oh, that's a comment. Okay. All right. So what exactly did I do? I think I did some mapping. Let me go to what I returned first. I did some interesting stuff here. I was glad I did. It was tricky. Evidently, that's why I'm not remembering what I did. And I probably did it 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I have an idea of what I did, but I need to the details. Okay, so this is add more option. This that's not what I know, and I remember that. So this is quiz MC. Okay, so I'm returning all of these. I first return the question. Good. So whatever you are returning, so I'm returning the, which is the text area. I probably need to change this text area. I'm gonna change it later. I should write it down too. Change the text area to auto growing text area. Where is it? Code. Oh my god, it's disappeared. Code block. Don't disappear on me. Okay. Make sure all question text areas are auto sizing. I just need to change the component type. That's pretty easy. That shouldn't take me more than 15 to 20 minutes to do. I'll do the easy ones later. Okay. What was I checking? I was checking this guy right here. Quiz MC1. What exactly did I do? I okay. What did I do? Okay, that text area there. Enter your answers below. That's quiz MC1. Okay. So but the main thing I'm curious about now is how did I think these are all good. These are all good. Then I showed options comp. I think this is the most important part of here, what I did here. Options composition that's a part that allows you to add more options. Let me go look at it just to refresh my memory. Options comp. Uh yeah, see, it is right here. So it's in a state. And the initial state was this initial state. I had to write it out like this. I put key because I'm mapping through option array. I'll say option array is props dot questions. Oh, props dot okay. The particular question number dot options. So how do you know the question number? Oh, because the question number would have changed whenever you click back. If the question number was 5 before, the question number would have changed to 4. This props dot question number is a question number. Okay. So that particular number there, that's probably not it. Because it starts with 0. So this probably will be the latest. Uh, yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah, the question number there is because the index 0 is it's just a dummy question that I don't use. So question it actually starts from index 1 is question 1, index 2 is actually question 2, and I think that's the way it works for me. Yeah, that's correct. So so based on the number of options that it has there, that's gonna this is easy. I remember what I did now. It's gonna determine how many option boxes it's gonna show for me. So but right now for previous fill gap question, I need to automatically for now it's gonna be tricky because later there may not be any code. For now I'm assuming what I'm building right now, I'm gonna say there's code in every question. But later I'm gonna make it be like you have the option to add code and you have the option to remove code and you can just use the text area alone. Make it more sophisticated. Maybe I shouldn't be trying to build something too sophisticated, but I'm that kind of person. I want to load all the features, all kinds of features into it. I should try and not make it too complex so that I can finish on time. Or else I'll just stay on one component for too long because I'm trying to put so many features on there, you know. But because sometimes I just want to, I want it to be you can do all kinds of stuff you want to do. So I think I'll do that later. I think I like to do that to make sure not all questions will include code. The ones that I'm postponing till later are you should be able to add a picture here. You should be able to add maybe video eventually. But for now, let me just assume every question has code block. So I'm gonna show a code block. Oh, before I solve this, I remember something else I need to solve. I've not solved the getting value of this, of what is written in this code block, because it's still showing as undefined for me. It's just showing as undefined, which is not good. See, question text here, question four here. I remember that was a fill in the gap question, so that's why it's showing three should be showing undefined. Oh, three is showing the same thing too. Did I not say? Or maybe it's an old stuff I'm looking at. Hmm. I thought it should be undefined. Oh, I mean code question. Yeah, code question is showing undefined. Awesome. That's what I mean. Code question is showing undefined. And this one is not showing any code question because it wasn't a code kind of, it wasn't a fill in the gap. So it's undefined. I need to figure that out. So sometimes that happens when you're trying to solve one problem, you you run into another problem that you need to solve first before you can make the one you're trying to solve work. So the one I need to solve first, I need to be able to get a value. Because if I don't even get a value, I'm not going to be able to show it when somebody clicks back. So where should I get that? I need to get it from save. And that should be quiz fill gap. Save there should be getting me that. So let me see what I have on save. Whenever somebody clicks save, which I think this is it. So code question. I said document dot get elements by class name code editor. It's not getting it. Seeing dot value. Yeah, I think that's something I need to go look at the documentation for the Ace editor that I'm using. But what is amazing to me, yeah, it's not getting it. Why is it not getting it? Because trying to get a value from. I can use prop. I can use prop from. I can store it in my Redux right from here, right from where is it? My code block. Just store it in some Redux variable state, and I can just use it from there. That's probably the easiest way. I'm thinking there should be a way out. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Documents. What could be the reason why it's not getting it? Because this worked for all the rest. It worked for my question text. It worked for my input box answers. I'm able to get them into array. You know. But why is it not working for just the code question? I just need this text. I need it. I think I should go to code block and look at what we have there. Where's my? This is what I no. This is all the logic I used to get the input box. Yeah. So this is what I have here. I have oh, I'm using a state. New value, set new value, use state, its function and load, and all these are just there. And what is amazing to me is it kind of retains the because of this backstroke. Is that what it's called? It retains the. If I remove VE now, it should show here. Yeah, see, it's gone there too, right here. So if I add it again, it's gonna show. So it's gonna show right there. It's showing again. Good. So what I like about it is is maintaining the format, the formatting that is there. Like enter is here. It's kind of formatted very well, which is pretty good. So I'm wondering if I store it in my in my state, is it still gonna format it like that? Maybe can I store something in my state using the backstroke? I've never tried that before. I'm probably gonna try it now, you know. But let me look at it. It's supposed to have value. Value is what? Yeah, it has a prop called value. So I don't know why it's not get it then dot value. Why is it not getting that prop for me? For documents that get element by why is it not getting it? Let me look at it. What did I do? Did I use name? I use class name, right? It's a code editor. Let me just check my spelling. Hmm. Where's the secrets fill gap? Yep. So I use get elements by class name code editor. I use name. I think I tried name. I tried. You know what? Let me console the log it. That's a good way. I know I could use props. I have two ways to solve it. I mean, one way I know for sure is going to solve it is props, which is I'm calling props is my Redux state. But I'm being stubborn. I don't want to use the Redux state. I'm like something should work here. So the way I usually find whatever is the problem, I just console or log something, and that should be able to show me what's the source of the problem. Okay, let me just refresh this so that we clear the console. What I need to do now, when would be a good time to console the log? Maybe on save. What am I consider logging before on save? I'll just change that props.questions. Actually, what I want to see is this guy. Don't props.question anything from me. I want to see this guy code question. Is he going to get that element or not? Actually, let me even get it with, because I'll be, let me get it all the way. Good. That's what I want to console the log now. Maybe I should comment this, comment out that, and use this one that is not really useful again. To find out what is this guy right here and why is it that we cannot get the value. Okay, let's do something and save. Let me write something here and click save. Oh, this is a different one. Let's change it to fill in the gap. Yeah, that's what I want to work. So I'll write something here and just go to save to just see what is storing. Okay. So div ID is blah2, class is ace editor. Good. Is code editor. Oh, no wonder it's not getting it. So this is a class name I need to find. I see. It's good to do this. But wait a minute, is it like three classes or what? Oh my god. It's a lot of stuff in here actually. Wow. Okay. What I'm looking for is a value. Let me stop this first. Weight is 550, height is that. Okay, I did all of that. Inside it has text area. Is text input. Okay, this is how they built this stuff. They put in some CSS and all that in there. Oh, is is text input I should be looking for to get the value. I think I'm gonna thank God. I think I'm happy I did this. Because if I did this, then I don't need to go use props anymore. I think it's gonna work now. I think I should have it's good to inspect. If you are watching it, that's a good way to find out if something is not working. I think that's one of the most important things in programming that I know. Intuitively I got to know it. Just console or log something, you'll be able to find out what is the what's the fault or error in your logic. Yeah, I think this class name is definitely wrong. This class name is not what has the value. I believe. Let's see first. So I said is text input. Good. But wait a minute. Okay. I said the code editor. So inside that code editor we have the text area. You know what? Maybe I can go if I want this. Okay. I think I understand something now. We can make this is editor be auto sizing too. If we can go change the text area from inside the dependency files itself. Well, that's not for now. That's if I want to contribute to that project, I can probably do that. That's a good fun stuff to contribute to. Okay, so I'm thinking I'll get something now. whenever I save. So let's see. Let me correct something and save again. I'm not gonna console the log. I'm gonna put dot value now. No, let me see. What should I consider log? I don't want to consider log all of these again. This is a lot.